Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen and shared. Celine Driver once again bringing you another unboxing, well, the watch is already unboxed, and review of a watch that is not mine. This was a watch that was loaned into the channel, as some of them are, which I am always grateful for. This is an unsponsored video. I am getting no compensation for this. I'm not getting paid. I'm not going to get a watch. I'm not being told what to say. I was pointed to resources on the interwebs to find information about the watch, but I was told, it's your review, say what you want. Big shout out to Jayson and his channel, Design Atelier. He reviewed this watch, and I was so taken by the watch in the review that I contacted Jayson, as I often do, because he is a good friend. And I said, how do I get my hands on one of those? I want to review it. And Jayson put me in contact with, and I'm going to mispronounce the first name here. It's spelled D-I-Y-U. Dayu? Well, he also goes by Daniel Wu. W-U. Wu. So Daniel Wu, who is the owner of Solas. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It is an Irish word. That may be Gaelic. I'm not up on my languages. I speak two languages, English and bad English. So this watch is a prototype of a watch that was successfully funded on Kickstarter. I'm not exactly sure when they're going to start shipping, but as of the time I'm making this video, I don't think they're shipping yet. So it was a Kickstarter watch. It'll also be sold at retail, I guess on their website, which I will link to below, of course. The gentleman, Mr. Wu, Daniel, is a gentleman of Chinese origin, I believe. I think that's what it says on the website. He is of Chinese origin, but is a naturalized Irish citizen. And the watch is based, the watch company is based in Ireland. It is also manufactured in Ireland. As such, on the back of the watch, which I'll show you real quick here, hopefully you can see this. On the back of the watch, if you look at the outer ring here, and we'll get to the movement in a minute. If you look at the outer ring here, where all the engraving is, you'll notice that all the engraving is not in English. It is in Irish, or I believe that is Gaelic. Maybe, well, on the website it says Irish, so I'll go with that. All the words are in Irish. I mean, where it's, it translates to Solas, designed in Ireland, sapphire crystal, and inaugural edition. And that's what it says on the outer ring on the back side. So they're really playing up the Irish origin of this watch. In fact, you can see on the logo how there are, the accent marks, or I'm not sure what I call them accent marks. I'm not sure if that's the right nomenclature for those little ticks, little ticks there, but accent marks. Let's see. It was designed in Ireland, as I said. The name Solas, it means solace in Irish. It also means light. The design of the watch follows that celestial theme of light. Hence the idea that if you can see it, the camera's picking it up, I'm pretty sure it is. The dial is Aventurine. Very sparkly, like a star field. And that was one of the things that I was attracted to with this watch when I watched Jayson's review of it, because one of my favorite watches that I have in my collection is a Zelos Horizon, the limited edition Aventurine. I love Aventurine dials. My dad has a Omega Blue Moon, a Speedy, with an Aventurine dial. And Aventurine dials look beautiful to me. They really do. Oh, it's a little smudgy. Got yelled at from some yuts in one of my previous videos. He said, "You should have taken a few minutes and cleaned the smudges. It's horrible." Yeah, well, whatever, dude. If that's the worst thing I did in my video, then, I can live with that. Look at that sparkle. Just beautiful. And that was what drew me to this watch. It just really, really beautiful design. And relatively affordable, too, considering all you get. And that micro rotor movement. I mean, micro rotors are not easy to make, and they're not cheap. And Aventurine is also not easy to work with. And considering all that you get in this watch, the sapphire crystals front and rear, the Aventurine dial, the really nice decorated movement with a micro rotor, so it contributes to the watch being a little thinner than it would with a standard rotor. The cost is listed on the website in euros. So I had to convert that to real money. Joke. Humor. Remember humor? I remember humor. I'm old enough to remember when we could joke about things about each other. Anyway, on the website, the cost was listed as between $329 and $399 euros, which when I ran my converter app on my iPhone at the time I'm making this video, that translates to between $390 and $475 US. Retail will be 549 euros or approximately $650. So you get a general idea of what this watch is going to cost. And in terms of value for money, I really think this watch gives you a lot. I mean, you get a very nice deploy clasp. Now, bear in mind, this is a prototype watch, and this watch has been all over the world, literally. Daniel gave me a rundown of where this watch has been, and it has literally been on multiple continents. And you can see that a lot of different wrist sizes have graced this watch, and the band is a bit chewed up. But on the other hand, it is very soft and very pliable and a pleasure to wear, especially with the deploy clasp, which closes with a very satisfying click. And it's works very nice as a deploy. And, why don't I just give you a wrist shot while I'm sitting here. Close her up. And there you are on my 7¼ inch wrist. There's your overhead cuff down the barrel. Very short lugs. Fits on my wrist just fine. This watch could probably fit down to a 6.5, 6¼ inch wrist easily enough. Maybe even a 6-inch wrist. I am mesmerized by the sparkle of an Aventurine dial. I really am. Just beautiful. But in terms of value for money, leather strap, deploy clasp, sapphire crystals front and back, micro rotor, highly decorated movement, Aventurine dial. This watch really does scream, value. Not bad for $650 retail. But let's get into a little bit more of the facts. I have my notes, my sheet of facts here. This is the Solas Starlight, as I said. I believe this is a prototype. I'm about 90% sure that's a prototype watch. I don't think there will be too many differences between prototype and production. At least Daniel didn't tell me of any. 38 millimeter diameter case, 10 millimeter thick, to a flat sapphire on both sides. 20 millimeter lug and quick release spring bars, so definitely could be a good strap monster if you wanted it to be. 44 millimeter on the tip to tip, and 50 meter water resistance. So definitely falls into the dress watch category. It's not really a swimmable watch. It's not a screw down crown. It is a hackable move. No, I'm sorry, non-hackable movement. I meant to say non-hacking. Not a screw down crown, so I wouldn't swim with it. I would definitely keep it in the dress watch category. This is not a sport watch of any kind. The movement is, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Hangzhou, 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 or Hangzhou. Sorry, American. What can I say? Hangzhou 5000A micro rotor movement. Non-hacking, but it is windable. It does have a date function at the 3 o'clock, as you can see. And it does wind very smoothly. So a Chinese movement with a micro rotor. And it's keeping really, really good time. So I'm really, really happy about that. It's nicely decorated too. They're probably machine stamped Côte de Genève. It might be a precious metal rotor, but probably not like 22 karat gold or whatever like some of the big boys make. But you know, a micro rotor at this price point is very rare. And as I said, a micro rotor does have the advantage of keeping the watch thin. Signed crown. Yep, signed crown. Small seconds, very easy to read. And I love the, I guess you could call those arrowhead style indices where they come down at, the very fine taper. And the sword style hands. The whole watch just looks very elegant. It has great polish on it. It's just a well done micro brand piece, and has a certain flair and uniqueness to it, which is very appealing. It's a very nice watch. Very well designed. I like the strap. I realize that this strap looks a little beat up. Like I said, it's been around a lot of people, worn on a lot of different size wrists. Obviously, if you buy the watch, you're just going to set this in place, and you're not going to be constantly popping it in and out and moving it around. And the strap will look a lot better. Or you could just, it's a standard strap. You could just replace it with another standard strap. I mean, if I had this watch, if Daniel gave me this watch tomorrow, I would just put I would just, contact Collareb. Again, unsponsored. I love Collareb. I haven't made a secret about that. I love Collareb straps. I would just say, shoot me a 20 millimeter Sienna, and call it good. Just swap it out, swap the clasp out. It's just held in with spring bars. Ain't that hard to do. Just need a spring bar tool here, pop that out there, pop on a new strap, call it good. So, nothing wrong with that. Anyway, I think I've covered everything on this. Have not encountered an Irish watch before. I didn't know the Irish made watches. I think this might be definitely the first one I've encountered. It might be the first one that is out there. I'm probably wrong about that, but definitely the first Irish built watch that I've encountered. And it's well executed and well built. I give this a strong recommendation. I think if you're in the market for a dress watch with a bit of flair and you want to keep it under $1,000 US, this definitely should be on your list of watches to check out. And with that, I'm going to wrap the video. I mean, there's nothing much more to say. I thank Jayson over at Design Atelier. You should definitely sub him up. I'll leave a link to his channel below because he's a good guy, and his production values and his videos are first rate. And he's doing some, and he goes into the design aspects of the watches he reviews. And I tell you something, you will watch one of his videos. Pardon me. I count very few YouTubers that I watch their videos and I feel like I'm smarter at the end of the video than I was at the beginning. Random Rob, and I know I'll get hell for this, but Tristano over at Urban Gentry, Mark at Long Island Roch, and Jayson over at Design Atelier. All four of those, when I watch videos from those guys, I am smarter coming out than I was going in. And I like that. So, strong recommendation to go to his channel, give him a sub up. So, big shout out to Jayson, and big shout out to Daniel Wu for agreeing to let me have this watch for a little while. I am very appreciative, sir. You've done a great job. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. The thumbs up definitely helps with the YouTube algorithms with respect to searches. The more thumbs up a video gets, the more likely that video will appear in a search. And the more thumbs up a video gets in a search, the higher up on the search results that video will appear. So it does help bring people to the channel. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you're going to leave video comments with links to bad places on the internet, or if you're going to be a nasty little troll and leave, obscenities and other comments about, this and that and so on, you know what you do. I'm just going to delete the comment in either case, and I'm going to block the commenter in either case. It's no effort to block you, and I've done it over 100 times. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm certainly glad you're here. Thank you for participating, and thank you for finding me. Feel free to look around. I have well over 400 videos at this point on a variety of subjects. All I ask is that before you leave my channel, you click that subscribe button. Sub me up. Help grow the channel. And when you do subscribe, don't forget to click the bell icon so that when I upload new content or when I go live, do one of my live streams, which I do every Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, or when time and opportunity afford themselves to me, you will be alerted to these things. Meanwhile, be careful out there, be safe, be well, be healthy. I'll see you in my next video.